This week, Just Enough Garage. Johnny and I are going to try to finish the 460 Ford. Welcome back. This week, no rain, but we're still working on the truck. We've been dinking around with it this morning for a couple hours. Believe it or not, those exhaust manifolds were absolutely horrid to try to take apart, put back together, but we're on the home stretch. We're about ready to set the intake manifold, and we wanted to drain the oil and do some other stuff, so we're going to show you that right now. Okay, Johnny, what do you got under here? Let's see if there's water in there or not. To be or not to be. Oh, this concrete's cold.
Yeah, most things around here are cold.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's some water. Nice. Now, is that the water we put in there when we pulled the intake manifold off?
Well, it depends on how much transmission fluid comes out too.
Yeah, we'll know, won't we? If we were smart, we would stop right now, dump that water out, and then it wouldn't contaminate the oil when we go to recycle it.
That's somebody else's problem.
Yeah, there you go. There's your syrup. Well, you got probably about 3 cups of water out of it. Probably. Was that empty when you started?
Yeah, it was empty.
Oh, good. You guys ever have that where you leave some oil in there, next thing you know, it's full. So, on this project, I know this is boring to some of you not. I understand that. We're probably going to get it running this weekend. It's my first weekend off in a while. We're going to go down to the store, spend a bunch of money on spark plugs, wires, caps, rotors, radiators, hoses. What else we need? Well, we need a battery eventually for it.
We need oil.
Transmission fluids, oil, filters.
A filter for this.
Yeah, Johnny's going to have to get a job after this just to pay for his hobby.
No, I think I have enough money to buy all that.
Yeah.
And then we got to reseal the rear diff because it's leaking a little.
Oh,
also, figure out why this is like that.
Oh, he's noticing that the old tires are old.
Well, yeah, but this one's rubbed somewhere.
Well, yeah, it's old.
Yeah, but where is
old.
it
You're just so old. You're just old.
Yeah, but that still proves it's still a point.
Today, Junior, look at that. The wind's going to blow the oil. We're going to let this set while we're gone just to make sure we get everything out of it before we seal it back up. That wasn't as bad as we thought. We're in good shape. We know the water wasn't going into the oil when it was operating. That was just contamination from the times we were pulling the intake manifold. So, word of advice, if you ever wanted to work on one of these 460s and you got one of these trucks, whoosh, you can do it. But what gets you bad is all that pollution, exhaust recycling piping.
The smog stuff, but it still puts out the same amount of CO2.
Yeah, that you need. So this is the lesson we learned. Put the exhaust manifolds in the truck and make sure those things are below the body pinch seam or the firewall connects to the floor pan. Then set the heads and then just lift those into place. We did not do it that way. And over here we've used pry bars to pry the metal away from the head so that we could slip it through. Over here it wasn't too bad. We had to remove it from the exhaust manifold. He heated the thing. I was showing you that. I didn't bother to film it, so we didn't break any bolts, and we took that little piece off, and now we've rebolted it on, and everything's cool. So we'll get the rest of this trash put together. This week's video, I'm trying not to bore you on the internals of a 460 anymore. I want to move on with life, but I got to finish this one first. One thing at a time, even though I have too many things in the yard. I'm probably going to put that for sale now that I'm available to answer calls. So if anybody's still interested or is interested at all, give me a holler. Same with the Suburban. The other day when I was in Long Beach, I wish I had that Suburban. Man, I would have looked cool down there in Southern Cali. Anyways, somebody wants it, I'll sell it to you. I'm ready to move on with other stuff. Anyways, we'll get back to you in a bit. So John just spent $200 more, in case anyone's counting, on oil, filter, cap, rotor, plugs, wires.
And then I had like 100 into it before.
Yeah, and the gaskets. And then we're going to spend a bunch more money on a radiator, hoses. That's all in stock down at our local o.b.o, who gives a crap, Riley's. And then we're going to do the transmission service. But we're wanting to button the engine up now.
So it's not all open.
It
like
says
that.
made in USA, but I think that might be the bottles made in USA. Because I'm reading here that the sticker says it's distributed from Springfield, Missouri.
That's still in the USA.
But I don't know where the oil comes from.
Springfield,
Anyway,
Missouri. Come on.
put the new filter on, a Wix filter. You know, everybody says Wix, Wix. Oh, look. America. Anyways, everybody says Wix is the way to go. It had a Fram on it. You can show them that dirty old Fram, John.
There you go. That's the Fram number if you want.
No, nobody wants it. Anyways.
Well, that's the old Fram
It says
number.
it's 5 quarts, but we got an extra one for the filter. So I wanted to do it like this because you can get in here and you can see that I wanted to make sure it's clean. I've been cleaning it and the wind's been blowing. I want to make sure I put oil on those, right in those lifters like that. Because you talk about pumping up the lifters, right?
Uh-huh.
The lifters need to be pumped up. Well, now we're flooding them and they can be soaking. And then also, oh, that leaf made it sound like the oil was coming out the bottom. I heard a leaf dancing along there underneath the truck. The wind's blowing.
Yeah, I was about to say, you saw me put the oil plug back in.
Anyways, there's a couple holes here that'll reach the cam.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't really matter because we're not going to start it for a while. But,
You're spilling some off the bottom of that.
oh, shoot, really?
Yeah.
All right, leave it in the middle, Darian. Anyways, there you go. We flooded the whole valley. Of course, that's more oil than it would be actually running in there because it would be circulating and going back. But yeah, these darn little pine needle things keep coming in the engine.
How weird. It's like we live around pine trees or something.
Anyways, that's what those are.
Well, we get varieties of leaves in that engine.
But I wanted to put the intake manifold on first, but I wanted to put the oil in first. So here we are, oil's in. So interestingly enough about the gaskets, you see that they have the push rods go through those gaskets on this design.
Yeah.
Just interesting stuff. The exhaust system was absolutely
A nightmare.
horrible to do, but it's done.
Should have done it before we put the heads in.
Live and learn. So let's put that on hold, John. Go get me the gaskets. These are the old ones. You see that they have these pins. I know, small block Chevys, you just put the China wall. What do you do with a Ford? Nobody knows. So I'm going to use the stuff in the kit. Bring the RTV and the intake blue gaskets too. So Johnny will do that. Anyways, these are machined right here for those pins to go in. So we'll bada bing, bada boom, have it going in no time. Okay, well, you see I got the gasket set in there. I put some RTV underneath that rubber China wall, and you see the dang leaves are blowing back in. We got to get this put together. Winter's coming. Oh, gonna lose the shop. No, we're not. Anyways, John's over here plugging away on this. This is nasty rat stuff.
Yeah, this is probably the part that gets me right now.
Got valve covers here, pressure washer there, machine's ready to go here. Trash is blowing all over. Yeah.
And this won't come off.
Well, it's because you're doing it dumb.
Well, how else?
Anyways, you see the snot in here? I don't mind pressure washing this part out of the intake manifold. What a gem, what a yard, what a crew we got. We'll give you some more video in a minute. Stand by. So aficionados will remember the side oiler engine. It was a Ford 427 or something in the 60s. Side oiler. This thing's a side oiler. Look at all the oil that's all over the sides of this thing. Okay, so we got the big chunks. Go ahead and give her the beans, John. The Green Clover Leaf Company saves the day. What is that one? Is that brake clean or is that
This is engine
degreaser, heavy duty?
There's a heavier duty gel one I have over there.
All right, well, we'll put that on there and see what happens. Come around to this side so you get all the edges.
Oh, Ryan. Good job. You can't take me. sure I'm not supposed to spray this in the electrical stuff.
Oh, it's fine. It's built Ford tough.
Oh yeah, totally.
Let me see that.
The other one says it's a fire hazard if you do that. Oh, you want it in there, huh?
Well, that's where all that PVC crap oil goes when the engine is... Oh, yeah. I probably didn't film that very good because I wasn't watching. Shoot! How long has it got it set?
I didn't read the can that long.
We only got cold water out here.
Yeah, well, the other one says to let it sit for like 15 minutes and then rub it a little bit.
Let's make the video real... Hey! Let's make the video really painful and just have them sit here and watch that stuff cook.
Okay, there we go.
Do 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 do. Sing along if you know it. Do 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 do.
I'll spray the other one on
Bong
there too.
bong.
The other one says don't get it on your skin, by the way.
Oh, great. Does skin come off with it?
I don't know. I didn't get it on my skin.
See, we got a whole bunch of time still. We got to clean this surface, get that rocking and rolling. We got to... man, there's a lot of hours when you do one of these jobs. You say, it sounds easy, you know.
Well, we're doing it right. You could do it wrong in less than 5 minutes.
We're not doing it right, John. We got the valve covers, though.
We're doing it closer to right.
Well, I just pressure wash them.
I'll rub it down with a rag. That'll get most of
we're
the
gonna
outside stuff.
Blow them off. But yeah, it's time consuming. So if you get into these projects, don't give up on yourself. I say that every video. Don't give up on yourself. You feel overwhelmed. You're tired. You don't got time for it. That's understandable. You're human. Take a break. But don't give up on yourself. Formulate a plan. Say, I can do this much now. I'm going to do that much now. When we were down at the store, we needed all the transmission stuff, the radiator stuff. All that was in stock. And John's like, we could get it all now. And I said, just too much junk. I said, let's just do the piece we can do today, and then we'll move to the next section when we can move to the next section. We're going to get it to run, though. I think in this video, we'll get it to run, clean out all that stuff from the engine block, and then we'll move to the heater, and we'll mount the radiator, and then we'll actually drive it probably the next video. So if you think you're going to see it in this video, sorry, I can't do it.
That'll only happen if everything goes smoothly from here on.
I couldn't do it. Tomorrow's already gone. Then we're getting into... I just couldn't do it. So let's see how that does with that. With that little bit of rambling, let's see how it did. Nah, see, we didn't make you watch the whole time. You want the back... You want the back really clean where no one's going to see it. That's important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure the back's clean.
Yeah. You're down at the drive-in, John, and you got some blonde little gal next to you and two more in the back. That's the song ZZ Top. Anyways, you want to open the hood and they'll say, how's the back of your stock intake manifold look? That's what they're going to check right there.
Not the rest of the
engine.
engine.
They want to be able to say, what is the part? They even still have drive-ins anymore?
Maybe.
All right, I'll include you guys in the story. I'm talking about drive-ins. January 28th. 30 years ago, I took my wife to a drive-in in town. In that RS Capri, buried in the stuff.
Somewhere back in there.
You guys have seen videos. If you haven't seen videos, there's this car that I've had all these years. I put in my calendar the other day to take her back there on December 28th in the same car. So I may or may not film it, but it's amazing that I made it, she made it, the car made it, the kids made it. You guys aren't coming. Anyways, back to cleaning here. Now, I've already cleaned this once, but you see the ports?
Yeah.
All that crud in there is the oil that comes out of the PVCs, and then it goes back into the intake and it's recycled, and it's just not healthy for the motor. But
right.
Hey, that's our government at work. We're saving the environment.
By breathing in our own...
Yeah. That would be the equivalent of you going to the restroom and then eating part of it. Ugh. Hey, you're healthier now. No, you're not. Let's try the other one on this. Let's try that other spray you got there.
They don't put it on skin one.
Yeah, that sounds like a better product.
It didn't work very well when I used it on the heads.
Yeah, does it got any
It just,
water on the lens, John? You need to wipe the lens, or are we all right?
No, it's good.
Oh, yeah. Put it right down its throat hole. Eat it. Eat it. Just eat it. Name the tune. Name the tune. It was a weird song by a guy. I gave him a clue, John. I gave him a clue.
I think his name was Fred.
Oh, come on. In the hole. Just eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Have yourself some Spam. How long is this supposed to wait for?
That's the one that's supposed to be 15 minutes.
Okay, we'll get back to you in 15 minutes. Thanks for watching.
All right.
We've been 20 minutes.
I don't know.
It's been a while. We've been working on this. John did a great job of cleaning these valve covers up. I put this gasket. This is a style that was different than
What we had.
what we had.
What we had
So-
is thicker.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what came in the kit. I hope Felt Pro knows what they're doing.
They've known it before.
Okay, here's an example of how a dual plane intake manifold works. If I push here, it comes out of that one. If I push here,
It's coming out
well,
of
it does. But the runner is, it'll go to 4. See, that runner will go to 4, and that other runner will be above and below. And it's supposed to separate the fuel and make it more flowy. Well, in this case, it's air, because the fuel is being injected right here at the injector, right at the valve. You see those are the injectors. I'm probably screwing them up by pressure washing again.
I'll just buy new ones.
Anyways, so this is what's called a dual plane when you look inside. This is a very popular design. One is higher, one is lower. You can see that. Anyways, it came out years ago. All right. Now we're gonna let this dry. We gotta run back to the parts store to get a little piece of heater hose to go between the port here and the water pump, because we're not putting a used piece in.
To be honest, I don't think they can hear us over the pressure washer.
What? I can't hear you. We were saying we needed to go get a piece of hose from here to the water pump because we didn't think of it. But luckily it's like 7/8 of a mile, because being in town, it has its advantages.
Has its perks.
It has its perks.
Well, that's how clean it is. There probably won't be a comparison.
You get what you get. Once we put all the stuff on the top of the motor, you'll never even see it. So we'll rotate this thing around.
Just a little bit.
We'll let this thing called evaporation take place on a hot day like today. It should
Yeah, it's only like 50 degrees.
have really no effect. We'll just put it here on the stack of Chevy truck tires.
Yeah.
And then,
I guess go get a heater hose.
well, yeah, I mean, we might not get back before it's dark. Now, I want to put the intake manifold on. If we're doing lights, we're doing lights. Let's go. All right. You see these dang leaves? We went to the store because I didn't have the little piece of bypass hose, so we bought some more hoses. When I came back, the leaves are in the motor. Now, is this a real YouTube channel when you got leaves in the motor? Is that a realistic situation? Yes. Okay, that's pressure washed as good as it's gonna get. I've got a little bit of this, so I didn't film it. Before I went to the store, you can see the spooge out of there where I put that underneath the China wall deal. I've set the gaskets. Now, it didn't have any of this on there, and John's always worried about oil leaks. So
Well, the underside of the truck's covered in oil, so
I'm gonna put some of this on there. And then, you know, I like using this oil resistant black. Anybody remember in the 90s when everything was blue RTV? I remember.
there was a blue version.
Yeah, it was blue. You used it for everything. But then this black one, I like that one. Everybody talks about that what?
I don't know. You bought it once,
It
and
was junk.
Yeah.
Maybe the can had been on. It was twice the money and it didn't work half as good. But it could have been a bad bottle. Maybe it'd been on the shelf too long or something.
Well, yeah, it was twice the money.
So, I mean, come on.
We're definitely the only people who buy RTV.
In this whole town. They're like, our TV sales are down this month. Just enough garage guy isn't working on any more pieces of junk.
At least not trying to steal the oil. I just throw it away.
That guy down at the store, there was a guy down there, I don't know his name, and he says, what are you guys trying to do, flip a car or something? Because I come in there so often, and I'm like, no, this is another one of our cars. And we drive them for a while, and then sometimes we change our minds or whatever, and upgrade, sell, trade, you know.
Well, yeah, if there's always a chance to get something better, why wouldn't you?
You know, upgrade. So
Upgrade,
yeah, I'm
people,
trying to put a
upgrades.
little right there in the corner where it would be the problem. And I'm going to get along here where it could be the problem. And I'm going to make sure that I seal the inside where
it could be a problem.
I don't want to have a bunch of goo fall in the motor. So I always like to take my finger along like this. And then it's thinned out, right? Who knows?
Oh, I think you should fill one of the push rods with RTV. This is heavy.
Ready to go? John's handing me the thing. It's aluminum, John. It isn't heavy.
It's at least 10 pounds.
All right, you do that. I'll do this. Oh, I need the hose clamp.
You don't need it.
I need it.
It's just preferred.
I need it. Now, which way do I want to put it on?
I need it.
I'll put it on the same as this other one. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go.
Oh, good thing everything's in the way.
Why did this not work?
You gotta stick the front down first and then set it down. That's how it came out.
Why did this not work right off the bat like I wanted it to? Because I didn't do it like that?
Yeah, that's how it came out. If I remember right.
No, that doesn't work. Phillips had it, and then I can take this part of the cap off, and I probably will make it. Phillips had it. Angale.
So what you doing?
Well, I'm making clearance. Well, this would have been good on a power tool. I think this screw is about 4 miles long.
Oh, good.
Oh, there we go. All right.
All
Now
left.
Now I got all the room, and
Now you drop that screwdriver in there and then just not worry about it.
oh, I think I gotta go like this.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's the way.
I don't remember how it came out, obviously.
I got a little bit of BS back here,
But that's been this whole truck. Everything that's supposed to go right.
gotta remember this part, John.
Oh yeah, there's a hose down there. Oh, you'll figure it out. I'm sure that's why the old one had a kink in it.
Don't you love it when it does that? Just go in your home.
What, are you too good for your home?
There it goes.
And no one will know that reference.
No, I see that one on the YouTubers all the time. Look, I got my hose clamps opposite. Didn't really plan that, but she's there now.
Well, you had them the same once.
John, I don't know what to tell you. One of the mysteries in life. So now, did I check to see if any of these had holes in the water jackets?
No.
Did I use my brains
Are any of them longer than the others?
when I took them apart? There was all kinds of RTV on them, but I don't remember which ones had it and which ones didn't.
The ones with the RTV on them.
Yeah, well, I ground all that off.
I'm sure if you check the end, it'd show you.
What's the point of cleaning? Why would I put the lid back on that?
Because you're doing it Yeah, you like doing it over.
Autopiloted. Okay, so I figured out Ford's smarter than Chevy. Go ahead and argue it. But these 4 bolts squish it down into this, and then these go in to do that.
To do the diagonal.
So that's kind of cool. And it spuged out on my spuge, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I can see it in the back real nice. That's where we cleaned it real good, so you can show your friends when you're out cruising. So now
I can show
today, Junior.
all the girls that you were talking about earlier.
Girls don't care about boys, dummy. Oh, I didn't put any.
I'm sure that's the only one that'll leak.
So now I got long and short. So would a long go there, or would a long go there? Oh, that looks better. Would a short one go there? That looks better. I'm going with it that system. See, that red stuff was on there, and I don't believe it was Loctite.
I don't know what it was. It might have just been glue.
Ford's not going to use glue. All right, now I can do it like this.
Yay, impact.
What does it set on? Oh, it's set on kill.
Oh, good. I'm glad we're doing it that way.
So I got these ones. And truthfully, I don't remember where they all go, John.
I don't remember any of them.
There's a very good chance that we might be...
You threw them in that water bottle, and I just went, those
Well,
are not all the same.
These 3 are the same. This one's long. One of these is not like the other.
Well, I have a feeling there's one spot on there that doesn't look the same.
These are same. Okay. So this one's longer, so it needs to have a higher head. And then I got these 3 with the nut thing for accessories. Oh yeah. So when we had that vacuum leak, this little doodad right here, this PVC, it had just broken off there. So we'll just repair that when we go to put it back together someday. And this thing, of course, probably shouldn't have been bolted down, John, until we got this on.
It was bolted down when I took it off. It was just a bunch of
never mind.
wiggling and shaking and getting mad at it because it wouldn't come off.
Man, we should go work for a freaking dragster company. Look how fast we're putting this engine together. Get it back on the track. John was just off camera explaining to me how easy it was. He says they just go like that. You're done.
Hey, just throw it right on there.
You're done. And I said, well, don't you have to have that other bracket in there because this will go over? And he says, no. They go down the middle. And I said, oh, really? Oh, really?
I handed you the bracket and you said no.
So this bolt's right here is what you're saying.
And this goes on the other side of that.
Okay, we remembered that part. This is for the coil, which we don't have the bracket for yet because it's right there. This
Right.
one goes right here.
It's over on the table now.
These wires go right here. Bet this went behind all that.
Oh yeah, probably.
John, he's so good at waiting until I'm done with something to tell me. Oh, I can't remember.
I can't. I have a hard time remembering stuff.
Well, at this rate, I think I'm going to close the video. It seems long enough. I don't want to make longer videos. So, basically, I'm going to put radiator hoses, radiators, blah, 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 blah. Who cares, blah. And we'll move forward. We're missing a plug for this. Don't know where it is. Gone. Can't find it.
I'll find it later.
John cut it off. I don't know.
I did not.
A bunch of this plastic jazz. Let me try to unfish it here.
The vacuum lines.
The rats, the dirty rats.
I chewed some of them off.
They got in here and made some problems for us. So
Modifications.
see?
Oh, great. Pulling it out. So now we'll never know where it
Oh, it
went.
goes right there, John. So we got to figure that out.
I bet that one, there's some
We got a
stuff
whole
too.
smog system over here. I just don't have all this room. I really have stuff that goes there.
Yeah.
Is this the piece?
No.
No.
It's going to be somewhere back there. You just probably buried it with stuff.
Because this is the alternator stuff.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, I'm taking the dogs for a walk. We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.